mystery and plant this magic seed. Thank you guys for watching my home. You guys are superior, splendid. What should we do to celebrate? How can I compensate you guys? How can I literally compensate you guys on your hard work, your dedication, your loyalty? How can I? How can I? Okay, all right. Okay. Higher pay, all right. Higher pay sounds good. I got you. I got you. Let me write up some contracts, contact HR, let them know what we're about to do, and I can get you guys at a better pay, okay? Now, for the finale. I'm kid motherfucking free. You can sit on my phone and act crazy, but at least I ain't got no little motherfuckers to feed. I just gotta feed me and then me. Ooh. Alright. I think I'm gonna pick them up tomorrow. I don't know yet, depending on how I'm feeling. Honestly, no, I'm not locking that door no more. That's always get locked out trying to go out there. Let's see, y'all. What do I want to do at this very moment? Well, what to even do? Music and shots, okay. Music and shots, well, what kind of shots? What kind of shots? What kind of shots? Oh, yes, I am gonna hit the ganja. I should hit the ganja. Got all these snacks just for them not to eat it. I'm tired of wasting my $20. Okay, do a wig? For what? I did have some plans tonight, but I'd be nervous to have people in my house. Actually, he said, come to my shit, didn't he? Where my damn phone at? All right, they made it in. Okay. If I hit the ganja, then what? I like steak, but I only like the fat parts of the steak. I keep thinking of this one time my BD, I made some steak. It was so good. He ain't made it like that since. It'd be hard. I'd be chewing for 20 minutes now, but the old steak, it used to be. And I used to eat it with ketchup. Delicious. Delicious, actually. But anywho, tell him make some. No, me and BD, as you guys know, we're not really, you know, so, nah. I'm going to pass on that one. We're going to pass on that one. Yes, ketchup on steak is delicious. Actually, it's delicious. Delicious. Thank you, Queen. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, it's actually good. No, not a new man coming. No man allowed in my house, but I had some plans. It wasn't so much as boom, 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 and it was more of just some fun plans, you know? So I might slap that wig on that I had that's still outside on the patio. Been out there all day and night for the last 2 days, but I might slap that on. Depends on how I'm feeling, because I don't know, y'all. I be, I don't know. Have some fun, okay. Benny was helping watch the house. Benny's great. He's loyal. He's loyal. Yes, on the patio over there. That's the wig right there. Been there since I put the trampoline together. I really, honestly don't care. I value the wigs. I don't really care. So, having second thoughts, stay home. You know, it's not second thoughts about the initial thing. More so second thoughts about me. You know, I am very. That's what I need to work on. That's exactly what I need to work on. But anywho, it was psychiatrist. It wasn't a therapist. Not social anxiety. It's more so, okay, I'll say it. I'm very disrespectful sometimes. And I just don't want to hurt anyone's feelings today. I don't want to. Thank you, Queen. Not even hypersexual, because this dude, we already did it, and you know, it wasn't. So, yeah. Write stuff down. No, thank you. I love you too, babes. It wasn't an exam. It was just a test system. So yes. Did you have to send a picture of your credit card and ID? Is it BD? Why would it be BD? First of all, let's get BD out of our vocabulary. Black people, let's stop saying BD and BD and BM. You know? Let's get into husbands and wives. Let's get into lovers. Let's get into the apple of my eye, maybe. Like, and I've seen this in real time, honestly. It would be boyfriend and girlfriend, and then the girl would get pregnant and start calling her boyfriend baby daddy. You know, like, just call him your boyfriend. Like, we get it, y'all are gonna have a kid together. It's beautiful. But, like, baby daddy is just such, it's just, I don't know. It just doesn't give, you know. Especially considering the fact that so many baby daddies are just that, just baby daddies, you know. So let's just, you know, just vibe out and honestly just live life to the fullest that we can, while also being our best selves and our best versions. While also being our best selves and our best versions. I love you too. BD is a ghetto term. It is a ghetto term. I think, did it originate in the ghetto? I'm not sure. I would have to look up the history of all that good stuff. But yeah, I think it is. Thanks for the gifts, honey. I love you too. Absolutely not. BD is for deadbeats. Oh, you know. And honestly, in this very moment, it's really, honestly, and let me also just say this in a moment of thinking. You want to know why it's so much easier in most cases for the father to abandon the child. You get what I'm saying? And we talked about this earlier this week, I want to say earlier this month, where I was explaining how, of course, the mother and child would have a different bond simply due to the fact that that was a human inside of her body. She shared blood with and breathed air and food and nutrients and really created a human inside of her body. So it's going to be a different bond. You get what I'm saying? And because dads don't have that 9-month connection of building, it's easier to just simply wither away, especially when in most cases men play a good game. They lead you up and make you think they want a baby, but they don't really want the child. They want to keep you under control. Amen. So when you think about it, I got this good example of a TikToker. She one of my mutuals. And I'm not going to lie. In my head, I was thinking, I was screaming, and I'm telling her, get an abortion, because you are already emotional as you're carrying this child. Imagine postpartum and you doing it by yourself. That is how women lose themselves. That is how women end up hurting themselves or their children. And that is how depression, postpartum depression is basically overall instilled. If you are already feeling sad while you carrying this child, what you think gonna happen while you taking care of this child by yourself? But her body, her choice, so she's still gonna have a baby. So I just sent up prayers and hoping that, she don't get postpartum depression. Hoping that, she might beat the odds and really be happily by herself and doing what needs to be done. But, men will make you think they want the child, but really you got to look at the differences, A man that really want the baby gonna make sure not only you good, but they also checking on the baby. It's a lot of red flags when the man don't never ask how the baby doing. The man only want to fuck you and want to take and do this to you and see where you going, where you at. It's never, oh, did my baby eat? That's how you know. You get what I'm saying? That's how you know. It's really like, okay, he want the baby. But if you went the whole 9 months, never even mentioned the baby unless you brought up a doctor's appointment or unless you brought up something, then that'll let you know he just want to control. He just want to sit you down. He didn't actually want the child. He liked the thought of you having his child. He loved the thought of you being his baby mama. He don't actually want the baby. You get what I'm saying? And that's why it's much easier for men to be around with 2, 3 different baby mamas, 6, 7 kids, and he live his life to his fullest because he don't have no bond with the children, and he could if anything, they just his friends. So you really got to dig deeper in these type of connections and these type of things. Also, what I want to say is, and this is one thing that I was learning on this journey, and one thing that I continue to learn, but just in different ways, amen. I always think, even before you get pregnant by a man, you look at that man and you think, would I want my son to be anything like this man? Now, obviously, I didn't do that. I was very just sexual, just boom, 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 want to fuck. I thought it was everything. I thought everything was everything. But you just want to do that, ladies, if you don't have kids and you with a man and you love him so good and the sex is so good and it's just like, oh, yes, nut in me, I haven't had your babies. And just really look at his characters, how he treat his family, how he treat women close to him, and say, would I want my son to be anything like that? You get what I'm saying? Would I literally be proud of my son walking through the doors if he grew up and acted like this man I'm sleeping with? And if the answer is no, honey, if you got to hesitate, if you got to think, well, if he changed this, no. Accept your man as a whole, amen? Accept him as a whole. Don't say, well, if this, no, as he is. As he is, would you be proud of your son? So just think about that if you don't have kids. In the long run, you will regret it. You will regret not making smart choices and just going off of sexual desires. Because I'll tell you, that's really what it really be. It just be sexual desires. It be y'all be in a moment and you popping Moosey open. And Moosey done whispered up to your brain, tell him leave it in. Tell him leave it in. Tell him do all that inside of me. And it's going to feel good in the moment, absolutely. And then a couple weeks later, you're going to be like, damn. And then a couple weeks after that, you're going to be like, fuck. So, yes. What was we yapping about, though? What we got going on? What was we even supposed to be talking about? How did I get to that? How did I even get to that? I wonder. But anyways, I love you too, babes. Wake that one up. Exactly that. Exactly that. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Am I projecting? So, one thing about it, and two things for certain. I don't know if you were just joking, but I'm not in a joking mood, man. I'm in the mood to talk to my bitches, and if you in the mood to joke and laugh and play around, you just do that. But you keep it over there. So basically, while I was telling that story, I think I said in the middle of that was, obviously I didn't do this. I was just fucking. I think I did say that. So obviously I would be projecting onto young women because I've been through what I'm telling them. So I am projecting. I am saying, don't do what I did because you're gonna end up like me. You get what I'm saying? So you have to. Listen. One thing about it, and two things for certain. Anytime you take advice from someone, you want to take advice from. I've said this plenty of times before. From somebody that's been in your shoes. You get what I'm saying? You don't want to take advice from somebody that ain't did it. So of course they're going to be projecting if they give you advice. They done been through it. Of course they're going to project if they see themselves in you. You know? So let's be smart and let's think critically on here. One thing about it, and two things for certain, I'm no one's mother. And I know a lot of young women get online and don't have good mother role models to learn certain things. And I'm not here to teach them. But I am here to get in my bag in most moments and at least give them a little glimpse of reality. Because a lot of creators don't actually address reality head on because of judgment. It's going to be dumb bitches that come in the comments and say, oh, wrong messenger, wrong this, wrong that. That doesn't matter. It's a message. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not here to raise any of y'all up. I'm not here to try and make you live a life you don't want to live. I'm just simply trying to show y'all a different path to even take if you are going to go that route. Don't even worry about kids. Don't do that. Don't do this. It's just simple. You know, it's simple. So, yes, queen. But I can get back to cussing y'all out if that's what we need to do. I can get back into that. Because if it's not one thing I hate, it's a bitch that want to take me for a motherfucking joke. You understand me? And I'm nobody's joke. Not even Dave's. So, I'm going to tell you like this. Say something else to me. Say anything else to me. Say anything else to me. Thank you very much. But anywho, thanks for the gifts, babe. Exactly that. Exactly that. Exactly that. Accept my request. I want to follow up about an Instagram conversation. So first of all, I don't allow people up on my live, especially people that follow fake pages on Instagram of me and think that they were talking to me. I don't have an Instagram. I haven't had an Instagram since December of 2024. I've also said that plenty of times. I also have my old Instagram linked in my bio if you actually wanted to do some research before talking to strangers on a fake page, man. You want to go ahead and go do your research on a page that you know is actually mine, such as EKANE, amen. And you want to click the Instagram bio in my bio. And it does not pop up because I don't have one. So if you were talking to somebody that was pretending to be EKANE on Instagram, babes, I wasn't letting you up in the first place. You have to be absolutely smart and sure you are talking to who you think you are talking to, because there are a lot of fake pages of EKANE making a lot of money. Making a lot of money. But they're not me. Not on Instagram. So, yes, queen. I hope they're not trying to scam you. I hope nobody's getting scammed over there on Instagram. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are. That page has almost 1 million followers. 1 million. So when I make another Instagram for me, I will be reporting that page. And So yeah. Thanks, honey. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Are you still in school? Absolutely. I got a degree to get, queen. I got a degree to get. Oh. Talk about your life experience with motherhood. You know that I wasn't always the best mother, as you guys know. And just on the outside looking in, you know, now that, hindsight is always 20/20 vision. But in that moment, you guys, my kids were just babies, and I said this on my YouTube before, I didn't really have a bond with them. You know, I was always there physically, but not emotionally. I was very emotionally unavailable. I was smoking a lot. I was stressed about school. And I'm dealing with Chris, you know. So I'm 20 years old with 2 kids, just a little girl. Don't even know much about life yet. I think because I fucked a lot, I got a lot of life experience, but oh, was I wrong? So looking back, I was most likely, I wouldn't even say postpartum depression. I would say just straight depression. Like, even if I didn't have those kids, I still would have been sad as hell. I still would have been sad. So, basically, with motherhood, it's no handbook. It's no right or wrong. I mean, it's a wrong way to parent, absolutely, but it's really no, how can I articulate it in such a way that doesn't come off as so ignorant, you know? Basically, what I'll say is, as a mom, you always learning. As a mom, if you're not learning something new every day, whether it's about you or your kids or just the world overall, if you're not learning something new every day, it's a pretty good chance that either your kids are in their preteen and teen stages, so they already older and they done, you know, or it's a pretty good chance that you're not really paying attention as much as you think you are, you know. I've been learning so much, like y'all last year. Like I said, all this happened overnight, y'all. Like just last year, this month, May. Last year, May, baby daddy probably was keeping my kids. Probably had to fuck him to get them back. So I never really had to take care of my kids by myself for longer than like 5 days at a time. And then, boom. I get a new house, they start in school. Now I'm doing that every day for months, you know? And that can fuck somebody up, especially when you always had breaks and it'll be weeks you seen them on FaceTime and then the next week they would so it's different for me. Because now I'm around my kids a lot more. And they're growing into their own little humans. They can talk now. Very independent in a lot of things. So they're teaching me a lot of things about myself. The main reason I really went to that psychiatrist today, set up that appointment, not because of anything other than that one day my kids had told me how they felt when I was sad. And I thought I was actually doing a good job that day. So it blew my mind. That's when I looked at my mom a little different. And I see why she don't remember shit. Because I thought I was doing good because my mind was racing with so much other shit that I was not focused on if I really was paying attention to my kids. Like I was just go in their room, talk a little bit. I think that was enough. Because my mind was racing so much with other shit, I was not focused on that. I was so worried with other things, you know? So after that, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta go get some help because there ain't no way I don't remember that. You know, it ain't no way I don't remember that when I thought I was the best mom in the world that day, you know? But yes, you guys, as a mom, you always learning, you always growing. Don't be too hard on yourself. Don't compare yourself to what other moms do. It's good to take advice from other moms, like on structure, discipline, and things like that. But you always got to figure out what really works for your child. What worked for one child might not work for the other one. So you just got to get to know your kids. Watch them, observe them. Even just not the outside things. Observe their character traits, how they act. Like, how do they act around other kids? How do they act around other adults? How are they? Like, who are they as people? So you just have to get to know them, you know, and remember that they're humans. They're humans too. I had a big problem with talking to my son like I was irritated with him. I had that bad, like, I was so frustrated and worried about everything else around me that I was forgetting that my son was just a kid. He'd be 3 years old. And mind you, him and Mumi's only a year apart, but it's like Minx was just, he's advanced. Like, my kids are advanced. So some things he would see, I would see him do. I'd be like, okay, if he could do that, he could do something else. And like, I'll be talking to him like I'm irritated all the time. Like, oh, come on. All right, get your shoes on. Close the door. Like, I was always irritated. And I realized that. And I was like, I have to stop talking to my kids like that because they're just little humans. They don't know anything. Like, kids do not know anything other than what you teach and show them. So once I nipped that in the bud, I was like, okay, I got to be more patient with my kids. I need to be more patient. Because you talk to your kids like you tired of talking to them all the time. They're going to grow up and not want to talk to you at all. They're going to grow up and be like, oh, my mom always seems like she don't want to talk to me. They're not going to be comfortable coming to tell you nothing. They're not going to feel even comfortable around you at all because you're always talking at them. You're never talking to them. You're talking at them like they're not human. So I had to cut that out. And then, what else? I think I did pretty good, though. My kids are really trustworthy. My son be telling me shit. I just be like, why would you tell me that? And I'd be like, okay, it's because you trust me. So we're on the right path. I'm really glad that I could fix that with my kids, though, because the hurt I felt, y'all, when Minx, before Moomie was even born, I was pregnant with Moomie's. And just the feeling of Minx just running to his dad all the time. Like, he never came and ran to my arms. He never just sat by me or talked with me. Not even, he was learning how to talk, but like, Babo, he never did that around me. And I when I noticed that, I'm like, damn, like, what kind of mom am I? Because kids really just basically really be on the mom, the first part, So when I realized that, I'm like, damn, like, what the fuck? Like, am I even a mother at this point? At that point, I wasn't even a mom. I was just somebody that pushed the kid out, honey. I had to work to become this person I am. I had to consciously decide to be patient. We always have to make conscious efforts to watch how you talk to your kids, watch how your kids interact with you, watch what your kids doing in general. So, yeah, you guys, I ain't always been the best mom, and I ain't always gonna be the best mom, but I think I do a damn good job. And I think if you are a mom out there, don't be so hard on yourself, Don't be so hard on yourself. Listen, motherhood is hard. We still human too. I think as soon as we become moms, we forget we a human. We forget that we got needs and we got emotions. And that's what I always say. That's why I tell people don't have kids, because we forget we have emotions because we done brought these humans into the world that they deserve nothing but the best. So sometimes we gonna have to put ourselves on the back burner to make sure these kids that we birthed that did not ask to be here get everything they need. But also, while you're doing that, get you a break and take care of you. Because you're gonna be a mom. You always gonna be a human. You always gonna be a woman. You always gonna be a mom, So you just gotta have balance. Balance with yourself. Balance with yourself. Like, just have balance. Just have balance. Yes, you can learn that with pets too. Get you a pet. You feeling about having kids, honey? Get you a pet and you gonna see how much you wanna have a kid, honey. You gonna see. you gonna be like, oh shit, honey. Woo, what's going on? What's going on? So how did you stop being sad? How did I stop being sad? You talking about after postpartum depression? I never stopped. I just have my episodes where I'm super sad and then I'm super like, yay. I got my episodes. I got my days. Sometimes it lasts days, sometimes it lasts months. This last bit of depression I've been feeling, y'all, has lasted. It's been about 2 weeks since this started. It's never been this long. Like, it'd only be 3 days and then I'd be right back. It'd be like a battery in my back. I'll just get up, have so much energy. I'll just be up. I don't have no motivation. So it's just like, I think maybe it's withdrawal symptoms probably from me drinking. I used to drink a lot, y'all. So maybe it's withdrawal from me drinking, and now I quit cigarettes too. So now it's withdrawals from nicotine and alcohol in my body. So it's like, maybe my body is trying to back regulate to how I used to be sober. So yeah, but I never really stopped being sad, you guys. You never really stop being sad. You just have your moments where you feel better. you know? Wait, you went cold turkey? I went cold turkey, honey. I went cold turkey. Went cold turkey. Happy birthday, honey. Love you. Thanks for the gifts, babe. I don't know yet. I don't know. Yes, I know. And trying not to be sad around the kids help. Yeah, that shit hurts though. Like when my sister died and I was just crying, so sad. And then my kids is not understanding the full meaning of everything. So I'm still having to put on a happy face and be the mom they know. That's what I say. You gotta think of everything before having a kid. Like you gotta think of, you are a human. It could be some traumatic shit that can happen to you and you still have to keep going because you are a mother. Like, it ain't no, I don't know how you do it, bitch. I have to. Like, I have to do it. I'm a mom. I have little humans I brought them into this world. I would be selfish to leave them here by themselves. I don't know nobody gonna love my kids like I do. So I have to keep going. I don't have a choice. I don't have a fucking choice. So yes. Yes. But yeah, my kids know too, but they always bringing her ass up. Like, always bringing her ass up. Thank you, queen. I love you too, babes. I love you too. Baby, I don't know, honey. I don't know. Happy birthday, girl. I think I just told you happy birthday like 3 minutes ago, literally. Like, quite literally. Thanks for the gifts, babe. Yeah, they know my sister dead. They be bringing her up just to make me sad, shit. They know my sister dead. They just don't. I don't know. They're just kids. It ain't really hit them like they only had 3, 4. They only had 4 or 5 years with my sister, honey. I had 25. Okay, so I actually knew my sister. A kid, just knowing my sister. Yeah, they just kids. They ain't really got the full attention of it, but I had 25 years with that queen, honey. A queen, nothing less. Nothing less. How did my sister die? None of your business. None of your business. Has nothing to do with anything. Wake that one up. Yes, I did, bitch. Thanks for asking, actually. Yes, rip man. Do you want to tell us good stories about her? Nope. Not really. Absolutely not. Just know she was that bitch forever and always. I'm aspiring to even be half the woman she was. I'll put it like that. To even be half. I ain't even came close, honey. I ain't even came close. But anywho. What y'all want to hear about now? I love you too. Yes. She was the oldest. No, my brother is the oldest. She was the second oldest. School is turning me every way but loose, man. Turning me every way but loose. I do need to hit the ganja. Do we have anything more to yap about? Because once I hit this ganja, I'm finna be in this camera just sitting and staring at y'all. Honey. Yes, I'm the youngest on my mama's side. Yep. Narcissistic parents. I think narcissist, that word gets thrown around a lot. Like, because people show traits of selfishness, that does not make them a narcissist. Like, y'all have to really, like, I don't think y'all really know what true narcissism is. I'll be honest. It's just words y'all learn and y'all throw around because somebody shows a little bit of traits of it. But give me another word for narcissistic parent. Like, give me another word. And what do you even need advice on that about? Because it's not much I can give to you, you know? It's not much I can give to you, honey. It's not much. Thanks, babe. Thanks for the gifts, babe. Oh, toxic parents. Oh, well, I don't really know what. I really hate speaking on parents, y'all. You wanna know why? I don't like speaking on parents because I'm always on the parent side. Not always. I'm most of the time on the parent side if the person that is speaking ill of the parent is a grown woman or a grown man. I'll be honest. But it's not too much I can even give advice on that because I give grace to mine. Although I have my boundaries, I haven't talked to her in a long time. And that's because after the passing of my sister, I learned so many things that I did not know as a child. And because of that, it's been hard to talk to my mom. But before my sister passed, I talked to my mom like once every, probably, I try to make it once a week. And I give her a lot of grace because like I just said, parents are humans too, you know? And I just give her grace because how she grew up and what she was through and what year she was born and what resources she had. I give her grace. And I think I get it. Y'all have toxic parents, okay?